One, two, three, four. Four swimmers.
Alright. So I'm going to finish making this and then I will make the bezel cup for this, for Ozzy's cross. I'll make the intro later today for it. Where is that bottle of water that was sitting up here? I'm going to finish making the front and back of John's. So I have to pull this one out. I'll unravel the front and the end here. So I have to add the bracers. So I'm recording pretty early right now, and I don't have much energy right now, but I will later. This may not be long enough. So I'm just using regular bezel wire. So I'll straighten that up whenever I cut these wires here. it's not very straight up under there. I just want to make sure that they don't overlap the wires, the weaving wire, I mean. Okay. I might have to take a coffee break. Water break or something. So I just finished the same weave that I done on this side, and attached the back plate. But I realized my camera wasn't recording. But I don't usually record like doubles anyways. So if I've already shown how to make something, then I usually don't record the other half. But that was on accident. So I can't remake it, but I can try and make the same pattern on the other cross. Okay, so I have 3 wraps on this side And then I went ahead and wrapped this all the way down because I kind of made it a little too short or long. Now I'm going to take this back plate and go ahead and get it put on. So in order to do that, I'm just going to lift these half round wires here. Whoops. Let me move my phone over here so I can see that you can see Jersey. She's scratching. Sorry. Is that Peach, John? So what I did was I cut these just a little bit longer. They need to be a little bit longer. Oh, let's see here. I'll recut a piece. So what this is 1/8 inch bezel wire. So that's all it really is bezel wire. But it can be useful. So I've had it for a minute, so it has some tarnish on here, but that'll come off when I polish it. You can also pre-polish it or just keep your silver in a climate regulated area. My safe, it usually keeps the climate pretty regulated, you know, for my silver and metals and stuff like that. But I didn't keep this in my, yeah, I don't keep bezel wire in there because usually it gets fire scale on it anyways whenever I solder with it. So I'm just going to line this up and then trim. I'll leave about 3 millimeters of wire on each end. Okay. So I'm just unraveling this real quick and then I'll ravel it back. Alright. So the ends of these on this cross will be done just a little bit different. So whenever I go to put the frame on, it'll hold this back down. Because I didn't, or maybe I could just, I cut the weaving wire on the ends, and so I only have weaving wire, enough weaving wire to hold up here, unless I add more weaving wire on, at the ends down there. So whenever I go to open these ends up, I might add some more down there, or just let the frame hold it into place. So what this does is it braces the wires from moving around. So that's a lot of silver to restart this piece, so I'm going to try and save it. So I'm just wrapping these wires back into place here. I think we done 6 on both sides for these sides. But right now it just looks like a cross with spider legs, but we'll fix that. I'm going to take the bindings off here for the wires.
Yeah. What time does it start, do you know?
I think it's 5 to 7.
Okay.
I think it's pretty sure.
So just make sure you get that diamond shape right there lined up. Again, I'm going to unravel these right here so that I could just get this back wire on. Note, always put your bracers on first. Alright? Oh shit. I thought it wasn't recording. Like, oh shit. You don't know what it means for a jeweler that's working with real silver if her recording gets turned off or don't get started. Like, have to record everything all over. But most of the time we try to save the piece, you know. If we can't do something to save the piece, then we have to restart everything. And I'm fine with that. A lot of times that's why like one piece will never look the same hardly. Like, you can get them to look the same, especially if you make like one ring an hour. If you get up to where you can weave like that and have everything look the same, you can make a pretty good profit jewelry making. The way some jewelers are now, though, we have to like, we price everything at the materials that you know that we use to make the piece. And some people will charge 3 times what the stone is worth so that they make a profit. They could pay their, you know, their building rent or whatever, and then you have to incorporate the, like, a portion of your electric bill and portion of whatever runs your business. You put that into your pricing too, plus the time it takes to make the piece, you know. But I just charge for materials and time spent, because time is valuable. Like, everybody's time is valuable, so. Okay, so I'm just going to scoop this up to where I can bend it down up here. And I can go ahead and trim all these wires. So you want to make sure you put a lot of tension on these that are near the ends of these weaves. So I'm just going to go ahead. Well, yeah. So don't forget to bring these top ones around too, because that's going to keep the bracer in line. Only thing is I cannot hardly push this weave down. I seen this commercial, John. It's a short, and it says whenever you whenever you accidentally make a face out loud, instead of like whenever you accidentally laugh out loud, it says whenever you accidentally make a face out loud. It's pretty funny. So I'm just going to bring this half round wire around, because my weaving wire, I did not unravel this one on this side, so I'm just going to use the half round base wire and wrap it around, or the half round pattern wires here. I'm just going to wrap it around once, and then I'll trim it after I lay these down. I'm going to go ahead and trim these just to secure this into place. In case any of you guys were wondering, my scars, they're from my adolescent years, because I know you've seen them, because somebody made a comment about them a couple weeks ago, I think. But anyways, I just wanted to tell y'all that. My only thing is with things like this, once you do it, you have to live with that scar the rest of your life, you know. And then also come up with a line for that for them, because like nothing in nature is completely, you know, straight, right? Not even human, you know. Never mind, I'm gonna cut that one out. I'm at 8 minutes and 3 seconds, and I gotta cut that out, okay? In the third video, third video, I think. So I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna trim these. I don't agree with harming anything, not even yourself, you know what? The movie 13 should also be banned, because it is, can influence young people. And nowadays, you know, the way we've taught our children, they probably would take it, upon themselves as a lesson learned and not do it because I don't think that that's a very wise thing to do, honestly. So this cross is trying to get out of line on me there, and I don't want that to happen, so I'm just trimming these wires here. One,
Hang on.
2, ouch, 3, and 4.
Hang on, baby.
Wrap 4 times. And I'll lift them again.
Put it away, honey. Put it away.
So I'm just going to pull these side pieces up and trim them, and then I'll do the same weave on the other side.
You want some cereal? Huh?
Can't do our, hang on.
My noodles?
John, I'm recording. Can you pause that? So what I'm going to do to fix this side is wrap 1, 2, and then I will wrap around all of it. And then this is going to hold that into place in the back there. and then I'll just anchor it off here and trim, and then I'll just do that on both sides. So wrap 1, 2, and then push it back, and then wrap around this base, this back brace here. And then anchor it off. Trim all the tail ends. Tail end wires are just like the little pieces that are left here. Then I just want to make sure everything is lined up right, and then go from there.
Mommy!
Okay, so I just bent these backwards because I'm trying to get the triangle situated, but I made the cross too tall, so the triangle needs to be tall.
Right.
What do you want?
Right.
Daddy, all my friends have Indian shirts. me in church.
Oh.
Church.
I will work on getting you a school shirt, Jana, okay?
I'm not talking to you.
Okay.
I don't want a shirt to wear to school,
Where
Mom.
did they get them from?
I don't
Alright.
know.
We'll try to get you one.
I'm not going to wear it to school.
Alright.
So I'm just centering this triangle off. So if you make this 1 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. That way your triangle fits nicely. So this is a man's one, but that doesn't mean that it can't look nice, right? So I'm going to try to make it look as nice as I can, and manly at the same time. So that's a hard one. It's not too hard, but hard enough. So the ends of these do have pokey bits, but if you are a good wire wrapper, you know how to tuck those in to where they can't touch the skin. So I always just try to tuck the tips either in between the wires or just into a place to where they can't hurt anybody or touch your skin, you know. So I'm going to bring these out. And then I need to cut these even. I'm going to add the stone on in a moment. It's supposed to be a kite-shaped stone, but we spilled some water and it ended up getting washed off of the dresser, so I had to order another one. It's a little bit different than the one I had, but I mean it'll be alright. And I'll just add it in like either let's see, I'll probably add it in below the round one that I'm going to be setting in here. Anyways. So John's birthstone is citrine, and I got a citrine from the Congo, right? But I did lose it, so have to wait on another one. But when it comes in, we will definitely update this piece, because this one will be here, but the other one won't. Oops. And so I'm going to wrap around this, and then I'll run it back through the bail right here. So this is just a simple looped bail. If you are in the jewelry making industry, the extravagant stuff takes a lot longer to make, you know, and this stuff, no matter how extravagant or how simple, it takes time. Oops. All right, so I got the top of this one done. So all I'm going to do for these edges here is I'll just pull these sides up here, right? Oops. And then I'm going to trim the wire off. Ooh! Hope that didn't hit my lens. And then I'm just going to bend it backwards here. And squeeze. Don't squeeze too tight though, because if you squeeze too tight, then your wire's going to bend all out of whack. So this bottom triangle here, it needed to be, let's see, we needed them to be just a little shorter. And then the triangle, but I didn't want it to be giant. John?